A very good morning to you and welcome to London Colney as Arsenal's under-18s continue their Premier League Cup campaign at home to Burnley. Dan Machicci's young Gunners kicked off their group stage with a dramatic win over West Ham United. Charles Sagoe Jr.'s late strike secured victory after Kyan Edwards' opener had been cancelled out from the penalty spot. And now they're looking to make it 2 wins from 2 against the Burnley side, who bounced back from consecutive league defeats to beat Everton 3-1 last time out. Form certainly favours the home side this morning though. Arsenal are still unbeaten in all competitions after 7 games this season and have kept clean sheets in their last 2 games against Birmingham and Norwich. The Gunners have been so impressive in fact that only 2 teams can boast a better goal difference in the league, and that's a stat largely down to Kyan Edwards' red-hot form. The 18-year-old has netted in all but one of Arsenal's games this season. Nobody has scored more goals than him in England's under-18 leagues this term. Burnley, on the other hand, are looking to steady the ship after a tough start to their campaign. An 8-3 opening day victory at Newcastle was a high point in what has been a tricky run for the Clarets. They've won just once in the league since then, but do come into this match top of the Premier League Cup group thanks to those 3 goals at home to Everton. It's all to play for at the Summit, so let's run you through the Arsenal 11. Remy Mitchell is the preferred choice in goal behind a tried and tested back 3 containing Josh Robinson, Zach Orr and captain Taylor Foran. The 5 across midfield from left to right are Tino Quamina, Charles Sagoe Jr., Mauro Bandera, James Sweet and Ruel Walters. And then up top, Marcelo Flores is the chief playmaker, aiming to get Arsenal's number 9, Kyan Edwards, on the score sheet once again. There are plenty of options on the bench too. Goalkeeper Alex Kovacevic, midfielders Bradley Ibrahim and Mateus Roberts, and forwards Henry Timmy Davis and Amani Richards. Well, thanks again for joining us live on Arsenal.com and on Arsenal's Twitch channel. I'm Max Jones, alongside me, Arsenal insider Nick Brumsack. Nick, a different competition to bring to our fans, but one which will be taken just as seriously as the League and the FA Youth Cup.
Absolutely right, Max. And I think this game comes at a really good time for the Gunners. As you alluded to, they're still unbeaten in all competitions this season. They've looked really, really dangerous when going forward, scored plenty of goals. And against the Burnley side, who, as you mentioned, did get that win on match day 1 against Everton, but have struggled, I think it's fair to say, in the league. They had a good start. Their form's been patchy since. I think this game comes, as I mentioned, at a really, really good time for the Gunners. And hopefully they can take 3 points and take a big step towards sealing their place in the quarterfinals.
Just seeing Taylor Foran meeting the referee, shaking hands in the centre circle, looking at the Arsenal side, including the captain. Which names are standing out for you, Nick?
I think the key one, Max, has to be Kyan Edwards. I mean, you mentioned him in I think your first sentence. He's been excellent this season, already hit double figures in all competitions and has just looked so dangerous whenever he gets any sort of opportunity in front of goal. He scored, of course, in Arsenal's first game, the win over West Ham, and he's provided a few assists as well. So it's not just his goal scoring, it's his all-round, it's his link play, it's his vision. It's really, really stood out to me. And then, of course, Charles Sagoe Jr. as well, who scored that late winner in the Papa John's Cup in midweek against Newport County. He's had a really, really good start to the season as well, with a few goals. And it'll be interesting to see, actually, Max, because I think he's going to play in more of a central role today. He's, of course, adept as well as playing on the wing. So, yeah, let's keep an eye on him and see how he does as well.
For Burnley, no Michael Mellon, their star striker, son of Mickey Mellon, of course. Who do you think is going to step up for them? I mean, Michael Mellon scoring for Burnley's under-23s yesterday to help them beat Norwich, so that's a large gap to fill.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of pressure, I'd say, on Joe Smith-Ferguson today, who has been with the club for many years now. He's been at Burnley since a young age. He's got a good eye for goal, really works hard. And I think as well at the back, Max, Arsenal need to keep an eye out on Dan Sassy, who's got a real area of presence. He's already scored a couple of goals this season, previously at Stoke City, and is a real presence in both boxes.
So plenty to digest ahead of kick-off. We look almost ready to go. Just waiting for the ball to be kicked onto the pitch. And it will be Kyan Edwards who gets us underway. Only once. We've shown that there is no room for racism by taking the knee. And off we go. There's first touch for the playmaker-in-chief, Marcelo Flores. And all the way back we go to Remy Mitchell between the Arsenal sticks. James Sweet under a bit of pressure in midfield. Here's Taylor Foran, Arsenal's captain today, has captained the side from schoolboy level, really, all the way up to under-18s. Described himself as a no-nonsense defender, Taylor Foran. I'm sure this weather that we're seeing in front of us is perfectly suited to the style of play that he wants to implement. Bit untidy from Burnley at the back. Keelan Williams it was, playing it back to Jack Leckie, who just decided to clear his lines and give the ball back to Arsenal. Tino Kwamina on this left-hand side will take the throw-in to Bandera. Another loose one, this time from Arsenal. Hugill turning away from Sago Jr. Now Burnley can just try and get their foot on the ball a bit more. Look for those channels in behind the Arsenal back line.
Interesting, Max. Already in the first, 100 seconds or so of this game, we've seen Arsenal's wing-backs, Will Walters and Tino Kwamina, so keen to get forward. I think there's going to be a real onus on them both this morning to provide that width to Arsenal's play. They're going to go forward, and it's going to leave potentially some gaps there that the likes of Josh Robinson and Taylor Foran are going to have to plug at times. But what they will offer Arsenal is a real dynamic threat going forward.
Seen a bit of nice interchanging of the formation as well. James Sweet it was, carrying the ball out of danger, almost becoming the right wing back himself. He has played at full back, James Sweet, offering Arsenal an option at central midfield today. It is his preferred position. I think we are going to see a lot of that from Dan Machicci's side, actually. Interchanging and switching positions, trying to confuse this visiting side. There's Kwamina losing out. Really well anticipated in the challenge by Keelan Williams, the younger brother of Liverpool's Nico. Sweet. To Flores, who's found a bit of space between the Burnley midfield and defence. Now Edwards and Sago Jr. got an overlapping run on the left-hand side. Instead, he tried going back to Flores. He breaks down and Burnley can clear. Sweet, this time looking early. Edwards had made the run. Junior's at the far post if he can find him. Good defending by Burnley again.
Yeah, good spell though for Arsenal, and it all came about through Marcelo Flores finding that space between the lines in that first phase of play, and unfortunately in the end the pass just went slightly awry and Edwards wasn't able to turn and get a shot away, but encouraging signs.
A neat bit of play as well by Arsenal's number 3 today, Josh Robinson. Still only a first-year scholar, 16-year-old. Good to see the young Gunners playing with plenty of confidence. Robinson is on the overlap, but here's Sago Jr. So strong in possession, the youngster. Second-year scholar himself, 2 goals in 5 appearances at this level this season. As Nick mentioned ahead of kick-off, scoring that crucial goal, last-minute winner in the Papa John's Trophy.
Yeah, last-minute winner in Arsenal's first game of the Premier League Cup as well at West Ham. Had a good start to the season.
Already got a few winners to his name, actually. Sago Jr. Crucial strike against Aston Villa, opening day of the season. And one against Birmingham as well to seal victory a couple of weeks back. Williams back to his centre-back, Leckie. Bring Sassy into play for the first time. Now it's an option for Dane McCulloch to get forward on the left-hand side. He's continued his run. Arsenal managed to get enough players back. Here's Sweet. Now Flores. Mina bursting forward on the left-hand side. Flores has checked back. There is Quamina. Sego Jr. Sweet turning on the edge of the box. Look at the numbers that Burnley have back. And Edwards still looking for an opportunity to find Sweet. It was a neat turn. Right on the touchline.
Yeah, more encouraging play from Arsenal. Once again, it comes from that incisive pass through midfield, finding Flores. He's then able to build the play up. On that occasion, find Royal Walters down the right. And if only James Sweet had been able to take that ball on his stride, he would have had a really good opportunity to get a shot off on goal. Spoke about Kyan Edwards' link play. It's not just his clinical edge in front of goal, but he does everything well, and that was demonstrated there.
Flores back to Bandera. Now Quamina. Bandera again. Easy catch in the end for Charlie Casper. The Burnley goal, son of Chris Casper, of course, famous for in Manchester United's class of '92. More recently spotted at Salford, working with his former teammates on their rise up through the Football League. McCulloch. Under pressure from Flores. Burnley do win the throw-in. Waste no time in getting it back on the pitch. Williams. Forced backwards by Saigo Jr. Now Sassy. McCulloch. Flores just providing the shuttling run. The deepest midfield area for Burnley. Claret's just trying to stretch the Arsenal system at the moment. Enjoying a prolonged spell of possession, it must be said. And finding spaces like this. There's Hugill looking between the lines to his teammate. Move breaks down, but only as far as Williams on this near side. Dangerous looking delivery. Managed to find enough space at the far post there, Cade Ratchford. Could have done a bit better with targeting his, getting his header on target. Might have actually troubled Remy Mitchell, but as it was, bit of a let-off for Arsenal.
Yeah, Max, it has to be said, that was excellent build-up play from Burnley. Just invited the Gunners onto them. They were patient in possession. I think they needed to be just to take the sting out of Arsenal, because Damachichi's side have had a decent spell of their own. And then once they identified that gap and were able to play through the lines into midfield, created the opportunity. And yeah, I think Cade Ratchford will be slightly disappointed that he wasn't able to just guide that back towards goal, maybe get a bit more power on it. But here come Arsenal at the other end.
Yeah, Bandera stepping away from a couple of challenges to create an effort. We could see what he was trying, just to use the Burnley players ahead of him as a shield to find the far corner. Really powerful run by the Arsenal number 4.
A really purposeful run, wasn't it? Once he got into that shooting position, just wasn't quite able to guide it round on goal. He did actually have options either side of him. Can't blame him though, really, for having a go from there, having run from halfway. Now we're at Bandera.
Casper sends his defenders forward, and this will go long. Zakor, who was climbing, towering and imposing figure of Arsenal's centre-back. Robinson gives it away. Opportunity for Burnley. Well blocked in the end by Foran. Still a bit of work, though, for Arsenal's captain to do, and he has done it really well. Perhaps a bit too complacent at the end as he gives it away. Burnley can come forward again. McCulloch. Now Ratchford. couldn't keep the ball in play, and Arsenal do get the throw in. 10 minutes gone here, still goalless. Only real opportunity so far coming from Cade Ratchford, who couldn't direct his header on target. It was a speculative effort a minute ago from Arsenal's Mauro Bandera, but so far, chances few and far between.
Yeah, that's it, and have to praise Taylor Foran, who might be needed again here.
Opportunity for Burnley again. Well blocked by the Arsenal back line. Williams. Couch on the overlap. Nice footwork by Burnley's number 7. Matched every step of the way by Josh Robinson. Bandera can swing that clear. It's turned out to be a good pass, and here's Flores, and Arsenal are on the counter-attack. Plenty of players swarming forward. Burnley are in trouble. Walters back to Flores. Tries his luck. The ball could only be parried out, and eventually safely in Charlie Casper's hands. But you see just how devastating Arsenal can be on the counter-attack, Nick.
Yeah, and it all came from Mauro Bandera. Really, really intelligent switch of play. Arsenal invited Burnley onto them, being pressed in their own penalty area. Bandera looked up, found the space, and once they'd broken the press, created the opportunity for Flores. It was a good save from Charlie Casper. At the other end, though, Taylor Foran making a really crucial intervention, because Remy Mitchell had come short to receive what he thought was going to be a pass back towards him. In the end, the ball went square, it was given away, and Foran was on hand to make a really crucial intervention to deny Joe Smith-Ferguson. Arsenal once more here. If you see Burnley pressing high up the pitch, and Gunners will be comfortable with that. Of course, they love playing out from the back. It's the way they're taught. Don't mind that at all. And here again, this time, Remy Mitchell trying to go a bit longer just to break it and then enable the Gunners to get forward themselves.
Remy Mitchell has been praised for his distribution throughout his time at Arsenal, coming through the ranks. Passes like that will only add to his value. There's Flores into Edwards, the two of them trying to combine. We've seen them do so often this season. Now Bandera to Edwards. Walters. Sweet. Trying to mix up the attack now, Arsenal. Bandera it was trying to scoop one over the top for Flores to chase. He breaks down, but here is Walters to get Arsenal on the front foot once again. His cross is cleared. Walters well placed to see that one out. Good defending from Arsenal's number 7. He's getting used to a new role himself, actually. Normally a right-sided defender in a back 4. Been asked to do a lot more offensive work. Has really risen to the challenge this season. A number of appearances as well for the under-23s. Really very highly rated, and he's seems to be taking his opportunity well with Brook Norton-Cuffy out injured. Here's Sego Jr. Now Bandera. Warren just pushing into the Burnley half. Given away by Bandera. Zakor will deal with those all day long. So tall, so commanding, Arsenal's number 5, but also really quick across the ground. Warren goes short to Bandera. Now Flores dropping off. One for Robinson to run onto. See Arsenal, how free and fluent they are in their system. They know exactly what their jobs are. It's 3-5-1-1 that Dan Machichi likes to set up in. So well drilled, the Gunners. Good work by Sweet. Flores can pick up the pieces on the edge of the box. Robinson back to Comina. Now Flores. Again, mixing up the attack. It was on the volley for Robinson. Good give and go between him and Flores.
I'll say
save in the end for Casper.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Flores. Again, they're just buzzing around, nicking the ball back, and then once he did, just looking for the safe pass all the time. And with Burnley so keen to get players behind the ball as well, sometimes it's going to take a bit of invention, and on that occasion it was a really nice lofted ball through, and as you mentioned, it was a simple stop for Charlie Casper in the Burnley goal. But when a team is going to sit in at times like Burnley, well, it's really important to have the likes of Flores and Mauro Bandera as well, whose vision has caught the eye in the opening quarter of an hour or so as well. His passing from deep, really important and really crucial when it comes to opening that defence up, creating the gaps for the likes of Flores higher up the pitch.
Here he is again, Marcelo Flores. This time head down, running straight at the Burnley defence, although he is forced backwards by Williams. In the end, his pass doesn't come off.
Yeah, again, though, looking for the clever pass there. Sego Jr. had made a nice run. Reverse ball from Flores, nearly picked him out. Just had a little bit too much on it, but I don't mind that too much because it's very unsettling for the Burnley defence. His vision is excellent. Marcelo Flores, he's always looking for a pass that you might not quite expect him to make.
He's got a really interesting background, actually, Flores. We do know that he can represent any of a number of countries. I know that there's currently an ongoing debate between him, Mexico, Canada and England as well. Dad was a professional player in Mexico. His mum also played football. And they met in at a Masters tournament in Canada, actually. And then settled in England, which is where Marcelo was born. Where he continues to thrive at Arsenal. Here's Sweet. To Foran. Now Bandera, there's another switch of play from him. Cut out this time by Williams, but well retrieved by Comina. Again, Remy Mitchell happy to receive possession well out of his goal. Burnley read the danger. Here's Boris. To Williams, well closed down by Sego Jr. You can hear Dan Machichi screaming from the touchline at Marcelo Flores, just trying to get him on the centre half. Arsenal know exactly how to shape up in these sorts of presses to try to win the ball back as quickly as they can, and here they are. They've got it with James Sweet. Now Bandera. Now here is Flores. Run on the left-hand side from Comina. Flores will go himself. Still Marcelo Flores. Goes for goal. He's blocked. Josh Robinson, who's again racing forward on this left-hand side, providing Arsenal with another option and dinking one into the box. It's a dangerous-looking cross, smothered clear by Burnley. The Clarets back line under a load of pressure there. Managed to deal with it well. Let's get forward again. That one's going to be easy enough for Remy Mitchell. And Arsenal will recover possession.
Tell you what, Max, it was a really good opportunity there. Once more, Flores at the heart of it. I just think, though, having twisted and turned the defenders inside out, there was opportunities again for him to lay the ball off. Really clever run from Tino Quamina, but Flores elected to go for goal himself. And I think maybe there he perhaps should have looked to have found a teammate. Of course, at this level, it is still about learning process and decision making very much falls encouraging deep and only going to well his influence on the game.
James Sweet able to carry the ball forward. McCulloch gets back, but that will be a free kick. An opportunity for Arsenal to get this ball into a dangerous position, and you imagine Zakor will be joining the attack. There he is on the right-hand side of your screen. Across the middle now.
Yeah, absolutely.
A threat.
Good opportunity, isn't it, for the likes of Oren as well, if the delivery's right. I know that Orr certainly possess the height to cause real problems in the box.
Like Arsenal's corner four, it will be Bandera to deliver this set piece. Just one man in the wall for Burnley. This one is going to be an out-swinging delivery. Looking for commanding figures inside the area. See there just how packed it is inside the box. This ball's going to have to be a good one from Bandera. Along the ground instead. Kasper is forced into a save. I think that one was deflected on its way through to goal. Good to see Arsenal mixing things up though.
Absolutely, really clever set piece. It was Flores, I think, who'd come around the back and met it, and unfortunately, from a gunner's perspective, got just had the sting taken out of it on its way through to Charlie Kasper.
And comes a delivery from Burnley this time. Save in the end from Remy Mitchell. Not sure how much of it he saw. A few players in front of him.
It's an excellent delivery, really is. Bent in with whip and with dip, and it's a good save from Remy Mitchell. Burnley have looked dangerous at times, haven't they, Max, when they've come forward? That opportunity early on for Cade Ratchford went narrowly wide, and a couple of glimpses of some threat from the Clarets, who, like Arsenal, won their first game of the Premier League Cup. They come into this top of the table because of their 3-1 win over Everton. Arsenal, of course, beating West Ham by 2-1. No fewer than 50 goals. In leeches involving today's team so far this season, so we haven't seen too many clear-cut opportunities so far. Would expect the game to open up and there to be opportunities at both ends, really, and maybe Arsenal can create one here.
A lot more direct this time from the Gunners. And while all of Burnley's opportunities so far have come from the flanks and deliveries into the box, Arsenal yet to really threaten with that tactic. Although always going to be quite difficult when you look at the defenders in the Burnley back line. Nice play in midfield though. And here is Kyan Edwards, a first chance on goal for him. Forcing it into a low save, and the follow-up was there, and Kasper keeps going. Well, it's 3 tremendous saves from the Burnley goalkeeper, it must be said. The first one, perhaps he felt he could have done better with, but the recovery for the following 2 was excellent.
Yeah, it's a brilliant save. The first one, I think, it bounced in front of him. Maybe he should have parried it slightly more to the side, but the second one's a real excellent stop. Getting back up. Goalkeepers, of course, are trained on a daily basis to do that. It's all about reactions. It's all about making sure you just get your body in front and block the ball. And then, having done it twice, it was on hand a third time to deny Edwards as well. It's the real first time that he's been called into serious action by Arsenal, and certainly passed that test. Charlie Kasper.
Arsenal try something different from the corner here. Bandera, a slightly better angle, can deliver this one into the area. It was high. Arsenal still in possession. There's Flores going for goal. It's an excellent hand from Kasper again. Well, Flores is capable of moments of magic like that. Kasper was equal to it.
It's another really good save. I think he might have been expecting that ball to go to his left. Had to quickly readjust and tip the ball over the bar. Arsenal having not caused too many problems really for Kasper in the Burnley goal in the first, 24 minutes or so, have suddenly come alive, and the Burnley stoppers had to make 4 really, really top quality stops.
Short from the corner again. Comina this time more direct in towards Khan Edwards. Flores looking busy as ever. Hooked clear by Dan Sassi.
I know I touched on it before, Max, but I felt in the first 20 minutes or so of this game, Arsenal, when they got into good shooting opportunities, positions to get shots away on goal, they weren't really taking them. They were sometimes elect the extra touch or to try and take another man on. They've really changed that in the last couple of minutes or so, and they've forced Kasper into some good saves. Decision making, I would say, is improved in the final third on Dan Machicci's side. It's only the brilliance of Burnley's goalkeeper that's kept this one level.
Williams. Slight miscue from Hugo. Crunching into the follow-up challenge, but Comina came away with the ball. Now Bandera out to Foran. Bandera again. Bandera and Flores linking up really nicely between the lines. Arsenal's number 10 showing some neat footwork as well. Sweet. They had Sassi for company. Now Luck can clear the lines. Turned out to be quite a decent pass as well into Ratchford. Able to bring Burnley into the Arsenal half. Excellent interception though from Zakor. And Arsenal do win the throw-in.
Yeah, and it's important when Arsenal have these spells that having at the moment, that they just keep up the momentum, the impetus. Bandera, I must say, Max, has really impressed me. I love his range of passing. Plays it simple when he needs to, but he's also not afraid to look for those reverse passes and try to break through the lines with direct, incisive balls in. I think it could be key here, and as you alluded to, he's linked up really nicely with Flores in front of him, who's probably been Arsenal's brightest player so far, in the attacking sense at least.
Here's Bandera on the ball again. After all good work on the left-hand side by Josh Robinson. Impressive him as well. Solid defensively and also keen to get forward like he is now. Robinson to Flores. Robinson will continue his run. Flores did check to if there was an angle on. Instead, switching play to Foran. Mitchell weighs up his options, and Zakor's probably the safest bet. Arsenal doing really well at making this Burnley system switch from left to right. Burnley are equal to the challenge at the moment. Really tracking diligently the Clarets players. Continuing to maintain their high level of pressing as well. Robinson just getting away with one under pressure from 2 players a second or so ago.
Yeah, and it was initially good play from Robinson because he managed to get to the ball in front of Hugo, and then having dropped his shoulder, I thought he could have tried to pick out a teammate or just clear the ball, but tried to do it again, maybe just slightly overplaying, but it was really good play in the first instance.
Flores found by Bandera again. He's looking into the channels for Edwards. Not enough on that pass, and it was easily read by Jack Leckie.
You can hear Burnley being urged to get up the pitch and continue trying to press Arsenal, but really done it on this occasion.
I think Tony Philliskirk will be quite pleased with how his side have contained the Gunners so far. Probably be taking a lot of heart from that as well. A lot of confidence, especially as this game continues to go on.
Yeah, absolutely. Arsenal have at times looked dangerous, especially when Flores has been involved and Kasper's made that triple save to deny a combination of Edwards and Lego Jr. and then another one to deny Flores shortly afterwards. But that aside, Burnley have made it really tough for Arsenal. Really organised and content to sit in.
Well, here's Sego Jr. in towards Edwards. It's just a few inches behind him. Really
Tony
intelligent run from Sego Jr.
Yeah, it was. Trying to add that to his game, isn't he? Score more goals. Something that he was keen to do this season. He certainly started well. Scored in 3 separate competitions already for Arsenal this season. Would have enjoyed the one in midweek as well against Newport County, the deciding goal in a 7-goal thriller.
Will Couch just winning possession back for Burnley on this near side. Now Dane McCulloch can get running. He sees plenty of green grass ahead of him. There's a low delivery in the end that Zakor had to deal with. He didn't know what was behind him. It's a corner, the first of the game for Burnley.
Yeah, and Arsenal need to watch the likes of Lecky, but especially Dan Sassy here. Already scored 2 goals this season from the back. Big centre half. We can already see Lecky there striding forward and Sassy joining him. It's going to be Mahrez to deliver the set piece.
You don't imagine that this one's going to be too complicated. Will be a right-footed in-swinging cross from the left-hand side. In it goes high, and it's an easy claim in the end for Remy Mitchell. We'll just a bit of time, make sure Arsenal are settled before getting them back underway again. See just by how many Burnley players are on your screen there, just how much that they're pressing this Arsenal back line. You've got someone like Mauro Bandera who's able to turn away from pressure like that. It doesn't really matter too much for Arsenal's point of view. Here's Robinson, back to Bandera, again sensing the danger, finding a teammate in space. Foran just dwelling on the ball a bit too long, gets away with that one. Remy Mitchell just trying to get his team to settle down, back into their shape. Arsenal goalkeeper has no problem keeping the ball at his feet for a bit longer. Very comfortable in possession. Also very comfortable in high-pressure situations. He actually made his under-18s debut at 14 back in 2018, the Arsenal goalkeeper. Also named on the under-23s bench regularly as a schoolboy. Had to be quite patient for opportunities behind Hubert Grashik and Ovie Ejairi last season. Might be forced into action here. Dragged just wide in the end from Joe Smith-Ferguson. The forehand went sliding in. Ferguson had second-guessed it. And Arsenal very lucky that ball's gone wide.
It's an absolutely golden opportunity for Burnley and Smith-Ferguson. I actually thought initially that Foran had done enough, but all fell nicely for the Burnley number 9. And having gone through on goal, they'll have been disappointed not to have worked Remy Mitchell. Really, really good chance for the Clarets. Just dragged it a bit, didn't he? I think he was trying to get it right inside that far corner and just slightly dragging it past the post. It's a real let-off for the Gunners. It's the biggest chance of the game, I'd say.
Certainly when you saw him bearing down on goal. thought that Remy Mitchell would be picking it out of the net. Ferguson already with 2 goals in his under-18s appearance this season in the league. Could have made it 3 from 2. Again, given away by Arsenal, this time by Walters. They can have another go here. It was delivered again in towards Smith-Ferguson. This time the Arsenal defence stood firm. Flores can buzz around inside Burnley territory. Does win a free kick just inside their half.
Yeah, maybe slightly fortuitous to win that one. I actually thought it was midfield play, Jackson Kopak, but referee saw it otherwise and gives Arsenal a free kick.
If you are just joining us, welcome along. Not missed too much in terms of goal-scoring opportunities, although we did just have the game's best chance and it fell to Burnley. Smith-Ferguson running through on goal and dragging his shot wide of the bottom left corner. What the effect is that has on Arsenal. And they come forward again. Here's James Sweet, goes down in the box, and the referee sees enough. That will be a penalty. Well, isn't it funny how things fall in football? Just a second or two ago, Arsenal could have been 1 goal down. And now they have an opportunity to go a goal ahead.
Absolutely. Really quick feet from James Sweet, just inviting the challenge when it came. He was too quick for the defender. Referee absolutely, no doubt, in pointing to the spot. And Arsenal now through Marcelo Flores. An excellent opportunity to open the scoring.
And it is Flores. And how cool was that? Arsenal do take the lead. There's the trademark celebration from Marcelo Flores. You can argue that that's harsh on Burnley, but you do need to take your chances. Marcelo Flores certainly did from the spot there. It's Arsenal 1, Burnley 0.
Yeah, really calm, composed penalty from Flores. Waited for Kasper to go one way and then just stroked the ball into the opposite corner to give the Gunners the lead. He's had such an excellent start to the season. Hat-trick, of course, on the opening day. 5-3 win over Aston Villa, and yet another goal for Arsenal's number 10. It's one I think he's deserved. He's been really bright, constantly looking to receive the ball between the lines, and he's got his rewards for that now with a goal, albeit from the penalty spot.
It's the 5th goal of the season for Marcelo Flores. As Nick said there, it is deserved. He's buzzing around in this game. Really putting in the effort on and off the ball. When Arsenal have been in possession, he has been their brightest spark. Just see if the Gunners will look to add to this scoreline before half-time. It's Sego Jr. switching play to Reuell Walters. It's a bit behind him. Now Dane McCullough can get his head down and bring his side out of the defence. Nice footwork there from Ratchford. He's still going, Ratchford. Or eventually being stopped by Zakor. See Sego Jr. looking for the on-rushing Kyan Edwards. By his standards, Arsenal's number 9 has been fairly quiet in this first half. But he does only need 1 opportunity. 10 goals to his name already this season, Kyan Edwards.
He's been well shackled, I'd say, by Leckie and Sassy. And he did have that one opportunity. He drew a really good save from Kasper, who perhaps a little unlucky to have conceded. He's made some really good stops in this first half.
James Sweet again, recovering possession. He's quietly going about his business in midfield. Still only 17, James Sweet. It does feel like he's been playing for the under-18s for a while now. Just a very mature, experienced player in midfield. Here's Robinson. Again, bursting forward on the left-hand side. Now Flores. Sweet again, open on that far side. Cutting again like he did just a moment or so ago. Back to Flores. Now Bandera. Not too many options out wide for Arsenal. Most of their attacks are having to come through the centre of the pitch. Quamina. Now Robinson. Out to Foran. See what he was trying, the Arsenal captain. Injecting a bit of pace, a bit of added impetus into the attack. There's too much on it though for Roa Walters.
Yeah, we've seen quite a lot of that from Arsenal in this first half. Just content to move Burnley from side to side and then look for that incisive ball cutting through the heart of the Clarets. And Bandera has done it well on a few occasions, and then that time there, Foran just had slightly too much on it. Certainly was the right idea though.
Oh, all went down off the ball there. And the challenge of Joe Smith-Ferguson. Will be okay to continue, Zakor. You can see, like Emil Smith-Rowe, a fellow academy graduate, he's a fan of the low sock as well, Zakor. Makes his legs look even longer. Him to do now, though, as Burnley get an opportunity towards the far post. I think Josh Robinson did just enough to force that one behind for a corner kick.
Yeah, it's absolutely excellent recovery play from Josh Robinson, and it saved Arsenal a goal, I think, safe to say. On that occasion, the pass out just wasn't quite right, had a little bit too much on it. Now Burnley to intercept, and it looked for all the world as though Will Couch was going to be on hand just to head home at the back stick. Robinson did really well. They put him under enough pressure and then just managed to get to the ball first and divert it behind for a corner.
It comes from the right-hand side. A few big players up there, but none more commanding than Remy Mitchell. Been really impressed with him when called upon today. Again, looking to get Arsenal going as soon as he can. Khan Edwards and Charles Sago Jr. were leading the counter-attack, and now it comes to Flores on this side. Isolated one-on-one against Williams. Flores still goes into Edwards. How many Burnley players are around the Arsenal number 9? Forcing him back to Bandera, who's going to try his luck from distance. Lacked a bit of curl on that, plenty of power, not enough direction.
Yeah, good hold-up play there from Kyan Edwards, wasn't it? When he received the ball, he had about 4 Burnley defenders around him, had absolutely nowhere to turn, couldn't get a shot off, so just did well, recycled the ball, found Bandera 20 yards out, and plenty of power on the effort, just couldn't quite get the placement right.
Casper with another clearance. Neither Foran it was who was rising the highest there to head clear, and now this time he goes back to his goalkeeper, who smashed that one downfield. Plenty of distance on the clearance from Remy Mitchell. There was an opportunity for Burnley to get behind. The flag quite rightly goes up on this near side. Will Couch, who was flicking it on into the path of Joe Smith-Ferguson. Gone just a little too early.
Yeah, it's definitely in an offside position. I think the referee's actually brought play back here and given Burnley a free kick. No, he hasn't actually. It is, yes, he has, yeah. It's a Burnley free kick as we approach half time. Maybe just one more opportunity for the Claret, so that's been over here.
It's quite wasteful in the end from Dan Sassy. It does mean going into half-time. There is just one goal that separates the two sides. And despite Burnley's stronger start, it's Arsenal who take the lead going into the break. That man there, Marcelo Flores, stepping up to the spot after James Sweet had been fouled in the area. And was able to send Charlie Casper, who has been in good form in this game, the Burnley goalkeeper. He was sent the wrong way by Marcelo Flores to make it at half-time. Arsenal 1, Burnley 0.